History of Brookhaven. The first ever king of Brookhaven was Frank Giacomo. He was a very kind king, but things went wrong after some time. In, in 1655, an enemy entered the castle of Frank Giacomo and killed Frank Giacomo. Now Frank Giacomo's son, Jake Jarmison, ruled Brookfield. And Brookfield is the old name of Brookhaven. And this is the first ever car made in Brookhaven. It was made by the king of Brookfield. Now he's gonna drive it. In 1875, the first president of Brookhaven, called Max, ruled Brookhaven, and he built a lot of stuff. Max built the police station, the hospital, the fire station, the town hall, a school, a daycare, a burger barn, a Halloween palace, the motel, and an airport. In 1895, an acid rain started because of pollution. Many people died because of the acid rain. In 2000, Brookhaven improved a lot. They added Starbucks, a dental care, Rockstar, the bank. They added so much offices. They added a public pool. They have memory of the first ever car. They have a skates area. They have the Lake Madison. They have a camping area. They have a yacht. They have a subway. They got solar panels. They built a power plant. They expanded their town and got an ocean with a pier with islands. And this is the best. There's a waterfall, and if we go up this mountain, we could see some drones which we could fly with. And the new president is Mr. Bacon. In 2003, a robber came and killed Mr. Bacon. Now the robber called Liam crowned himself as the president, and he made very cruel laws, and the citizens were not happy about this. At 2017, aliens came to invade Brookhaven. The aliens came from Moon, and the aliens, they're really powerful. and came to visit the Earth and see how lives on planet Earth are. But hours later, the aliens died because they couldn't breathe on Earth. At 2020, the first jet to Livitopia, which is gonna declare a war, has happened, and the Brookhaven army is now approaching Livitopia in this jet. In 2021, Livitopia came and sent a peace request to Brookhaven because so much citizens died. After some time of Brookhaven thinking to give a peace request, the Brookhaven army accepted the peace request, and the president of Livitopia is now really happy and finally got independence. Well, I don't know how they got a president before independence. At 2025, kids started trick-or-treating because they saw them in cartoons and thought it would be fun. At 2027, John Mars was celebrating Christmas by testing a really fast car. But someone was annoying him, but they stopped. And the president of Brookhaven allowed him to test it. It was very safe for him, and he thought he could own it, but it was really expensive, and he didn't get a single blood out of his body or a single hurt when he got accidents in that car. At 2030, Peter Mars became the president of Brookhaven. Part 2 is coming soon. Part 2 of History of Brookhaven. Now the future of Brookhaven. So, in 2032, the president of Brookhaven planned to increase the taxes. At 2075, the president of Brookhaven planned to decrease the taxes because Frank Geomer wouldn't want Brookhaven to be like this. At 2009, a virus spread around Brookhaven, which was killing a lot of people, including the president. After the virus, they had a problem choosing who could be the new president. But in 3000, the new president was Parker. At 3010, Mr. Bacon's great-grandson was a scientist, so he made the first ever car with a special power source. He's gonna test it, and it's really fast. And it's looking like it's a car from the future. He was so happy to make this. At 3020, Mr. Bacon's great-grandson's wife built a built the first ever nuke in Brookhaven. So whenever a war happens, they're gonna launch this in the middle of the war. There's even an inner part. It's actually a rocket ship, but they're gonna keep tons of bombs inside and turn it into a nuclear bomb. At 3035, the president of Bloxburg stepped into Brookhaven and saw what all good things are in Brookhaven and wanted to steal them. And the president of Bloxburg wanted to declare a war and steal the nuclear bomb. 3040, the war began, but the weather condition was not good, and Brookhaven troops were getting weaker as the rains ended. They called this war the B versus B war. At 3041, the president of Bloxburg came and tried to steal the nuke. But he doesn't know any controls. But he knew everything about nukes. But then a Brookhaven soldier was ready to shoot him. Boss, I see the target. I'm just trying to get a good aim. At 3059, Live Tobia heard about the B versus B war and came to help But most of the troops died. But at least they helped the Brookhaven army. Guys, part 3 is coming soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe. At 3065, a Brookhaven soldier walked into the nuke and kept a bomb inside. And now the nuke is gonna launch. At 37C, Parker died because of the B versus B war. But the B versus B war finally ended. But Parker's son was weeping because Parker died. And the first ever president, who was a girl called Lily Rose, became the president. At 3100, the science lab was invented. A lot of scientists joined the science lab and made a lot of incredible, cool, and super rare stuff. At 3,200, a huge power cut came, which left off lights from the whole city. Many citizens did not go to the right place, and they were getting hurt because of darkness. At 3,210, the president of Livetopia, came to Brookhaven because of the power cuts, but it costed a lot for Brookhaven. It costed 1 billion. It cost 25 billion for Brookhaven to give back. But what Brookhaven did is Brookhaven paid $20 billion. And now many citizens are really happy because electricity came back. At 3,250, the Robloxia Olympics started. At 3,255, Brookhaven won the Robloxia Olympics. At 3,267, a house burn happened, and the president of Brookhaven died. And the new president is Michael. At 3,300, the president became super greedy for the power source Mr. Bacon's great-grandson made. He became very greedy for that. But when the constructors were building the power source, the constructors built too much power source that an explosion happened in Brookhaven, which caused the end of Brookhaven. Guys, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.